Dear learners and hello and welcome to this video tutorial to present the basic use of VizIQ, which is an online tool for virtual lectures and courses. Let us see the learning outcomes. At the end of this tutorial, the learner will be able to go to the homepage of VizIQ and sign up or log in as per the requirement. And in this, the learner will be able to explore the different features and settings in VizIQ. Let us briefly revise what is VizIQ. It's a revolutionary online free tool. It permits the users to create the cloud-based educational platform to access the teaching and training modules through smartphones and laptops. And VizIQ permits the users to host virtual classes, course including the basic and user-friendly feature of recording it. So dear learners, all we have to do is you need to first go to Google and type VizIQ and you need to sign up or log in as per the requirement. So here I am using my this platform of integrating technology for active lifelong learning because I am a member of this and I have been given the access rights. So now since I have an account already, I will click on login. So once I click on login, I will enter my details. Once I click on login, I will be taken to the main actual page of VizIQ. Now let us first explore the different features. Now the moment you come into the main home page, you have to go to the three lines at the top left corner, top. So click on that and this is the actual first setting bar or the actual dashboard which you have to see once you log in. First step is to go at the top and see these options. You can see you have library, courses, test, live classes and privacy policy. But before that, you need to check your status. So I will click because my name is there and there is a drop down arrow. Right now it is showing me as instructor. You can see here, I'll just make it big. So once I click on my name, now we have been told to write love before our name. It was a rule in our course, Moodle for Teachers course. So we were told to just mention love before our name. And now once I go to my name, you have these options. The first thing is here is my profile in which my simple basic details, college, educational background, which I can update. Once my session is over, I can click on log out. Right now it is showing me as an instructor. In some case, if I click on learner, I will be learner. Right now it is showing me as instructor. Let's explore further features. Now at the top you can see there is an option of library. Now very important thing is this is like your mini classroom, like a mini school or a college. So you need to have a structured mechanism or a structured way of organizing it. So what I have done is I have segregated some of the sections in my library. You can see this is my library and in this I made folders. There is one folder for genetics, one folder for biochemistry, one folder for one folder for general microbiology. If I click on genetics, you can see these are my two books, two PDF books. They look same, but these are different sections and volumes. Now suppose I go back and now I will click on biochemistry. In the section of biochemistry, I have three PDF books. So this is how you can actually segregate and make it a structured library for your students. So this is the first option of library. The next is courses. When I click on courses, so now you can see this is the first course and you can see at the top it is the thing called as an active course because this is scheduled. It is basically scheduled for today, which will be starting in some time. If there are some past courses, they will come in past. If there are some draft courses, they will come in draft. So if you have to make some modification and do some correction in the course settings, timing, date, you can go to the option of the thing called as edit course. If I click on view course, now once I click on view course, just see this is getting loaded. So this is my course. You can see this is showing as schedule. The language is English. The date is today's date. Duration is 1 week. Sequencing it is enabled. If I have to make some correction on this, I will click on edit. I can take a preview. If I have to invite people to join this, how do I do it? I have an option of sharing. Once I click on share, I will get this link, and once I copy this link, I can share it. So this is one simple way of sharing. So this is how the courses look. So this is my second option of courses. Next is test. Just see, we are checking one by one on the dashboard. This is called dashboard. So the next thing is test. Once I click on test, it is showing no test as published, but you can see there is one test which is showing in draft. Now this is one of my tests which I have created for first year BSc. I have not yet published it because I am putting some more questions on that. So once I am ready, I will publish, and in the similar way, I can share the link and the students can start with the test. Then I have live classes. Once I click on live classes, you can see all these are live classes. These are scheduled. Now there are different live classes. One class is on lecture on ICT based teaching learning tools. One class is on MSc class for enzymology. So you have one for first year BSc, one is for a general peer group. So like this, you have all these live classes. They are scheduled on a particular date. If you see, this particular session is scheduled for today, which will start in 4 hours. Today the date is 28th of April 2020. So now this will be starting at 9 p.m. today. So it is showing as starting in 4 hours. This will start on 2nd of May, starting in 4 days. If I want to make some change in the date and timing, I have the option to edit my class. Once I click on launch, then the class will start. It is called as launching the class. So these are my live and these are my upcoming events. For example, if you have to schedule and all, as we have seen in one of the tutorial, you can go to this circle and you can create on class. So then next is your privacy policy. Once you go to privacy policy, you can customize it. It tells you about all the different features of privacy policy, or what is this privacy policy about. You can explore the details. Once you are a first time user, you can explore this, what all data is collected by us, how it is kept secure. So these are the different terms and conditions with respect to your privacy and policy. So this was all about the basic features of VizIQ. So let me now go back and I will click on log out. So once I'm logging it out, now you can see once again I'm back to my this home page of the integrative technology. See, once I'm back to my home page of integrating technology for active lifelong learning. So dear learners, thank you so much for being patient listener. Remember, we are all teachers and teachers are lifelong learners. We need to change and constantly update. So change is mandatory, survival is optional. I believe this session will be very helpful to the learners who wish to explore the different features of VizIQ. And then now in the third and the last tutorial, we will be seeing how to use all those different features. I will stop here. Keep learning, keep exploring and sharing.